am live. Okay. Good. Check a couple things. Am live. Okay. Devs are working. Hold on, let me one things up here. To do a capture real quick. One last thing here. All right. Please make sure sign in the right account here. Hmm. Not I was just on the that up. I guess it might be because I haven't done it in this browser yet. Actually, probably what it is. Profile for Chrome. I haven't actually signed into you. Okay. Now we good. Okay. All right. So basically, my whole shtick here is gonna be pretty much not PG or politically correct at all. Um, I have a couple of descriptions here. Um, you can judge me all you like, but more so, I like to watch them get opinions. I'm not gonna agree with most of their opinions. I'm not gonna lie, but I will watch them still. Um, yeah, and you might think some of these are more right wing, but I don't care honestly because I don't really agree with them, but I cannot stand. I really can't stand um, left leaning either. So that's kind of my thought process there with these. Um, they're not screaming about everything. Um, I will say liberal hive mind is more so what he tries not to be. Um, I don't know what how to best say that. He kind of does the whole echo chamber sometimes, and it doesn't seem like he is actually what I'm trying to see. Doesn't seem like he's actually caring or wanting to change his views or anything like that. So, but anyways, I love Penguin Zero. I think actually in my main channel, uh, or my main YouTube account rather, was top 2% or something of all people watching his content. So I really do like him. Although I didn't think I'd actually watched that much of it. This is gonna be more for long form stuff. This is because cybersecurity and all. Plus he does pretty good tinkering stuff. I think before you sleep, I don't really know. I've just seen good stuff from him. Doesn't have the best takes all the time, but not terrible at all. Some of name gamers, very very good, especially in cybersecurity world. Maybe not even cybersecurity, but just like cyber safety. Even he also educates me more on what's going on with world law, basically, and stuff like that. See, Decoy Voice is another one. He covers more stuff in like larger cities. Asmund Gold, I just think it's kind of funny. Plus, Morphegus is number one channel right there. Uh, yeah, I've been watching him pretty much daily. Really, does daily uploads. Uh, Number one series on YouTube. I tell you that. Uh, but anyways, let's just kind of just roll on X, I guess. Blackpill ourselves, yeah, because that's kind of what all this has been doing. Oh, I saw this on in a Rare's channel. I don't actually subscribe to him on his account, but I have seen this video specifically on his latest video. So there's that. So basically, if I see this correct, they paid $550 million for a glorified car. Is that what it is? Glorified car? Because why would you even ride the bus or the light rail? Why would you even not the bus? I didn't mean that. Why would you even ride this if you're gonna be stuck in traffic? Kind of stupid. Um, eventually in this, if you do watch me more, I say you, but there's like nobody here, so it's not like I'm actually talking to anybody. But if someone does, stumble upon this, you start watching it, then you'll probably find out that I have some interesting takes. Definitely. Uh, I'm definitely not a left leaning person. I'm also not right leaning. And they'll become more clear eventually because at some point I will be rambling on and on about stuff, essentially. Yeah, kind of um see here. I'm gonna did watch lately. This one right here. This is insane. This one is insane. Um I'm not really gonna play it. I mean eventually I might, but basically uh there's a dude from Israel. Um not trying to get political with this say and honestly my Israel take doesn't really apply because I don't care about Israel in the slightest. I don't care about that conflict in the slightest. I have done almost no research on it either, um, other than hearing other people claim Israel has been doing a genocide. Um, I'm not gonna say yes or no to that, but I have been seeing more people against it. Um, that doesn't sway my position entirely, but it does kind of give me the idea that the general mass is not in favor of Israel anymore. Again, I can't personally say anything unless I do more research about it because I'm not going to be a person who does stuff like that. I don't want to essentially give my opinion without knowing even the slightest thing about it. All I know is been doing this for so many years and not in the last conflict or the most recent conflict really is not the first. It's not even gonna probably be the last either. So who knows? Who knows if it's gonna be the last or not, depending on not even necessarily anything to do with that conflict, more so just geopolitics in general. Um, who knows? We could be in a nuclear fallout next year. I don't know. Doubt it, but what happened? So uh, I do have to sign in real quick. Leave it. It didn't register something. I don't know why. Forget the password. Did How do I forget my password? I guess it won't matter. Yeah, I don't know how, but I completely. I mean, I just set this up like 2 months ago or something. Not even. Bet I can do is bet I can do. I guess that's I don't know. Let me try to look in here though. You gotta remember. Let me see here. Tried testing this earlier. Worked. So oh, I'm an idiot. I had a miss a typo. That's why I couldn't log in. I had a typo. My bad. Get that pulled up again. There we go. There we go. Two. Okay. That was my bad. Yep. And I don't know why. But yeah, that typo. So now I'm actually logged into that. See that's a little better. But anyways, back to this. Um oh yeah. I saw this video and I was like, that is kind of scary. Essentially, average stream bitrate is too high. I didn't know that was a thing. Ain't gonna lie. 10,000 kilobits a second is too large, I guess. Let me try to change that. Honestly, I did not even know that that would be a thing. Because on YouTube, it does not say, it actually says current bit, the audio bit rate is too low, which doesn't make sense personally. Because I have it set to like 128, but that's fine. But Twitch is too high. Let me try to change that real quick, I guess. Gotta first find it. Uh, oh, wait. This, yeah, about 7,500. Seem about right. I don't. Again, I don't change it to 7,500 though. So if that doesn't automatically change or fix it, I will probably restart at least on this. Let me stop that. Start it again. Dude, this is good. This is good. No, it's still 10,000. See, I don't know why it would be 10,000 still when I specifically changed it. 7,500. It was a 60 FPS. Oh, no, it's down again. That's still too high? Okay. Okay. I see. I can do it, but a lot of people probably can't, it says. So I will be changing that again. Okay. I changed it to the recommended 6,000 kilobits a second. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully that's fine. Uh, should I change YouTube's then? That's also at 10K. This is more so just a stream to, I guess, see what works and what doesn't. As you can tell, I am very new to streaming. Kind of the only reason I even got into it is because I kind of got fed up with stuff. I just got fed up with the way things or how I see things. I know I can't really do anything about it to change it, but at least want my voice to be heard by even if it's just one or two people, at least get the common sense out to everybody because my takes won't be stupid. They won't, but they will be more so just common sense takes. I see a lot of common sense takes, but also a lot of really stupid takes, even from the same kind of people. Like they give reasonable takes at some points, but then for whatever reason just go unhinged sometimes. Okay, yeah, my no, you know what? Again, it's too high. Even though I use the average, or not the average, but the bit rate's set to 6,000. So I'm just gonna leave it there. If people do have trouble with it, then I will change it. But I don't feel like change it right at this second because I changed it from 10,000 to 6,000. Um, yeah. What I gotta do though, because I have it set which, but I don't. Ah, I see. I did not have anything for stream info. That's my bad. Categories, chatting, I guess. Not IRL. Okay, that should be fine. And I'm not probably gonna change the second, but I did change the stream information because I know it's correct on YouTube because I set OBS up that way, but it clearly shows it does not change that on Twitch. So change that quick. Uh, even though there is nobody here, so there is that. But see that. Let me see. Yeah, YouTube says it's excellent condition, so you're just gonna chill. Your mouth says the audio stream current bitrate is 0, which doesn't even make sense because that's set to 128. So I don't know what that is. If there's somebody who watches this later can tell me, then I would love to know what that means because I know it's set to 128. So oh well, oh well on that end. I think everything else is fine though. Um, but yeah, like I said, like I was saying though, I got just wanted to put my voice out there for even just 1 2 people. Um, my common sense takes, of course, it won't be extreme takes either. And honestly, if there is stuff I don't even know about, I'm more than likely not even gonna speak on it. Um, or say what might it would be more of a neutral opinion at that, unless I did more research on that topic, of course. Oh, you know who I forgot to add? This guy, right here. History Legends. Really, really good. Um, I've been following it mainly for the Russo-Ukrainian War. Um, that's more so because I am Russian. So I live in America, always have been for my entire life. But I feel like it kind of changed to me. Uh, I'm not really going to speak too much on that matter, other than the fact that I know, the West lies about everything. I'm not saying Russia's good or anything, but I'm just saying, the West kind of is doing too much, honestly. They blame everything on Russia, which not everything should be blamed on them, but they have done some bad things, I will say, of course. But you can't deny that America hasn't, or Ukraine hasn't, because I've seen the corruption in Ukraine, so I know there is corruption and bad stuff that going on there too. So um, I'm not for Russia, but I'm not for Ukraine either. Kind of just following it to see how it goes, honestly. But I definitely recommend History Legends. I just watched this one, this review. I didn't actually watch the 2,000 meters to Andrivka before, but I did right after I watched this. And yeah, no, it definitely paints an accurate picture of the war at that time, I will say. It's very different now. In that, in the documentary, you will see not near as many drones, but you will today. There were, you know, you can't even sleep in peace. Basically, you're being watched the entire time, and you're being watched by the enemy who knows exactly where you are. And basically, what I'm saying is, war as hell. You will die. Um, but yeah, I I personally would never fight on the front lines. If I ever join the military, it would definitely be something not on the front lines. I did actually try to join the American military, to be honest. I didn't get in, not because of low scores or anything. I got a 94 in my ASVAB, but my eyes are really, really bad naturally. Um, Without context or glasses, I'm not going to see too much. Now, after having many, many years of looking through and having good vision, I can deduce what things will be, especially from closer stuff, closer. But if to essentially see normally like everybody else, even across the room, small bedroom or something, even to see across the small bedroom, you can see crystal clear. If without my glasses, I couldn't do that unless it was about an inch, literally an inch away from my face or my eyes, really. Because yeah, so that's how bad my eyes are. To give you an example, there the military cutoff is -11. So yeah, and I got my right eye is worse than my left eye. My left eye is -11 actually. But my right eye is worse, and that's they got it at negative. No, 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 no. Sorry, my ophthalmologist got -11 on my right eye, -9 on my left. But for some reason, I don't know why the military tested it at -14, and I have no idea why, but they did. Um, so I am legally blind. I've known this. Um, I wasn't legally blind as a child, but I guess they changed the rule or the law rather, and now I am classified as legally blind. But and that gives me, you know, free contacts. That's like $800 a year saved right there. I get nothing else from it, but yeah. Um, I guess even my eye appointments don't cost a lot. Like my my mom and dad, they used to go to the same eye doctor, right? But it got too expensive for them. But for me, it's cheap, you know. So I still go there personally, but they don't anymore because it's got. I think they said $500 just for glasses and a um appointment or something like that. I don't actually know how much it was because it's not for me. I get, I think, $5 for an appointment. Yeah, so that's a good thing. But I only go for like once or twice a year maximum. I hate I hate going anywhere, honestly. Much effort. Rather just be home with my puppy. Oh, I guess if I have to say something like that, um, oh yeah, here it is now. If I have to say something like that, this is not, by the way, ice is not like what I'm trying to say. I support ice. I'm not saying I don't support ice, but I'm also with this name. I'm not, supporting the government of ice or the government agency of ice. This is just my dog's name. Uh, a husky, of course. That's why, as well, I named this husky highlight because I wanted to cover basically stories, essentially. And yeah, I thought this was a good year, and it's not a political name at all. I just named her Ice Beef. I named her Ice before, Ice. What it became Ice, really. Of course, there was Border Patrol and um, ICE before, but they weren't talked to politically to the same degree as it is now. So this has nothing to do with the government agency of ICE, and it's just my puppy's name. I guess I she's not really a puppy anymore, but she's 3 years old. But I still call her my puppy because she is. She's staring at me as well. Um, yeah, she if I'm ever on my computer, she's either on my bed just watching me because I have my computer right now in the same room. Sometimes I actually don't, but at this current time, I actually have it in the same as my bedroom. And my bed is like, I don't know, 10 feet away, I guess. Not, yes, you couldn't, if I had a camera, which I more than likely will never have. But if I did, you couldn't even see my bed because it's to my left. In fact, um, my desk here is in like a you could call it a cubicle. I have two desks basically connected together with three monitors. So yeah, I and it's put into the corner of a room, but not like the 90-degree angle is put up against the wall. No, no, no. One desk is against the wall, and then the other one not. You know what I'm saying? Um. Also, I'm not really good at explaining things. I I can't explain anything really good. So if anyone ever like, I have no idea what he's saying. Yeah, same. Honestly, same. Sometimes I don't even know what the fuck I'm trying to say. I haven't actually watched this one yet. Um, I will probably what? I because I kind of just want to on streams, kind of just chatting, but kind of just more so scrolling their X, YouTube, or whatever. Honestly, and stuff like this, maybe I won't watch on stream. I mean, I might. Who knows? It's definitely not a full time job. This is not a full time job whatsoever. So, unless it was, I more than likely wouldn't be watching this because I just watch it on my own time. Um, if I'm doing something else, I might put on a YouTube video just to listen to the background. I don't really listen to what podcasts like at all, but I do watch documentaries about things and put it just on that in the background. Mainly World War II documentaries. I love World War II, man. It's yeah, I love learning about World War II. I'll watch a documentary I've watched before or about a topic I've watched that same or I'll watch the documentary on the topic that I've watched many, many times before, and I'll still enjoy it thoroughly, honestly. Uh, that's just always fun, especially when in those same topics you learn even more about it, even more niche stuff. I don't even know. Oh yeah, I guess sometimes stuff like this will be because I'm not even sure who this is, but it's in my feed for some reason. By the way, this is the first day I've ever even been on. Well, not I set this account up and all a while ago, but I haven't done anything on this account at all until just recently. Like what? How long has it been? Yeah, I guess I can't tell. Let me click. Even, how do I see how long it's been? Also, it says there's been a chat. And there's not. So I guess like no, wait. I didn't even look at OBS. It's been 40 minutes, um, which is only 20 about, but that's because I had to restart. And it now does say it's green now. That's its excellent um, quality. Yes. So that is a good thing at least. But it's been about 40 minutes now. kind of just, I guess, Unhinged Ramblings is very correct. But I guess I won't be staying on all day. Probably just until 3:30 or 4, right? So I mean, we can just start going for yes. I haven't even watched the Beats in a very long time. I don't know why it's on here. Oh, Whistle and Diesel. Yes, I've seen about this guy. I've I never actually watched him. I've seen his content before years ago, actually, and I had never watched him again. But I've seen he got into trouble. In fact, the reason I know that is because of Charlie. Oh, this one, yeah. I was about to say something like this. I'm gonna probably watch this video as well, maybe, but I'm definitely gonna watch this video. But I with some Diesel, all I know about him is that he says he did nothing wrong. Something about a Lamborghini, tax evasion, stuff like that. I don't honestly care what he did. I don't care if he's right or wrong. I just know that his character has completely eroded away after he found money, and because of that, I will not support him anymore. Um, he's just become basically a dick, an asshole to anybody. Um, so yeah, I mean, I will not be really caring about him anymore. And honestly, I don't care what happened to him, but it won't change my view on him. But
Pranksters are more
I'm gonna get into this one real quick. Might be a little loud. I have no idea.
hated than the common cold, but for the longest time there was always one prankster people would say bucks the trend of just going out and harassing people and actually does like clever, fun pranks that are both enjoyable for viewers and even the people who get pranked usually end up laughing. And that was Ross Creations.
Yeah. Ross Creations. So I've actually I used to watch him. I did actually used to watch him. Um, yeah, I used to watch him a lot. I phased out of that essentially. It was just a phase to watch content like that. But even though I phased out of that kind of era in my life, I never actually thought he was a bad person. You'll see like Jack Doherty. It's not actually at all jokes. You know, he's just being a fucking dick. I'm glad he got arrested, by the way. Um, I wish his life goes downhill. But neither here nor there. Essentially, that was not what Ross Creations to me. I never had a ill will towards him, and even Charlie will say, he never expected or he heard or Ross Creations was in controversy or did something like this. He was like, "No way, that's right." And yeah, I mean, I definitely was in that same boat. Because I never really thought he would do that. Because he's more of a family friendly, never really hurting anybody, like most, I guess, prank channels do. They just fucking go out and harass the world essentially. Especially Johnny Somali. It's funny as hell. But not Ross Creations. Ross Creations was one of those that was brand safe. I would think. I don't know if he was, but no, I definitely didn't have any ill will towards him. And when I saw this, I saw, yeah, it was yeah, it was the thumbnail. It literally says or shows him. I was like, that
Pranksters are
is
more
that Ross
hated than the
Creations? And then, yeah, when I watched the video, it was Russ Creason. Like, what is going on? What is this? And at least minutes, I was like, okay. And then yeah, he for some reason thought an opossum launcher was a good idea. Was I'm not gonna really show it, but yeah, he thought that I guess right here. Yeah. Basically, he lures I guess not lures, but an opossum comes, gets on here, and it just flings it. It launches it all, long way away, honestly. And even here, you'll see he didn't show it, but you can see it get up, kinda just hobble away. I didn't watch it. S honestly, I won't watch it either, but when I did see something like this, I thought it was disgusting. Yeah, even down here, it says a Florida statute 828.12. Basic that was just, animal cruelty law in Florida, so yeah, no, this was 100% just animal cruelty. I really don't know what he was thinking was gonna happen. Um, I've seen people even Penguin Zero brings up the fact that people are saying that possums can tank that kind of injury. Um, yeah, I don't think that's true. They might get up and hobble away, but they're not gonna live a great life after that. You essentially just either doomed it to die right then and there, or you doomed it to die a slow, very painful death, internally bleeding and all that stuff. Uh, because possums will, in fact, reach terminal velocity, and well, if you ever seen a human reach terminal velocity, and you're not really gonna a survive. You can, but you're not always going to. And B, even if you do survive, you're gonna be really hurt. Yeah, it's gonna be not pretty, especially internally. Um, so yeah, I just don't understand this. Why he thought it was a good idea, what his goal was, like what he even tried to accomplish, or why if he didn't think this was gonna happen, why he even thought that. You know what I'm saying? Because my dog, I will say, my dog has a body count of about over 10, over double digit. Sorry. She has a body count of over double digits. Small animals, of course. And one of those, yeah, was an opossum. He did kill an opossum one time. In fact, I let her outside, getting ready for work. She may be late because of it, but I told her to come inside. She did, but with a friend, essentially a dead friend, rather. She came in. I was like, "What is that in your mouth?" Because she tried to sneak in real quick, and yeah, no, there was a possum in her mouth. It was dead. Blood everywhere, and it fought back. It did. So she got hurt from it as well. Uh, but what essentially, she still has a scar as well. Um, I don't exactly. God, I can't talk, but I don't exactly know how it happened because I didn't see it happen. But I assume it had something to do with she sprinted after it. It might have played dead. It might have been like, "Oh, this is not good," and started fighting back immediately. Because I've seen her chase a squirrel, right? I've seen her chase a bunny and kill that as well. It's very sad about the bunny, honestly. Because I tried not to let her, kill the animals. But she she gets them. I mean, she can obviously accelerate so much faster than I can. I can run fast, just not like that. You know what I'm saying? So she will get to the animal before I do. Um, yeah, unfortunate, but it's true. But anyways, that possum fought back, either scratched or tried eating her I don't know how it happened, but she got bloody all over her, like, snout. Uh, it was not a great sight. I thought it was honestly just the dead possum's blood, but no. I tried cleaning it up, and it just kept bleeding. I was like, "Oh, that's actually on you. Okay." Yeah, she got on carpet as well, which, in the kitchen, it was more fine, like, not great because again, it's the kitchen, but at least that has hardwood flooring, right? But then she went into a room with just carpet, and it was like, "Oh, no." Luckily, she didn't really bleed or anything in there, but I did have to clean a little bit of blood up from there, and, yeah, it caused me to be about 2 hours late to work that day. So, that was a fun day. It was a fun day. But I guess that was probably one of the most I don't wanna say memorable, but one of the first things that comes to mind rather when I see that or I think of it. I actually I just noticed I had rerun on Twitch, which is not true at all. So, I just turned that off. But another one of those that I can think off the top of my head is when she killed 2 chipmunks in the span of about 10, 20 seconds or so. Um, I opened the garage door. Uh, I actually stepped on this chipmunk. Like, it sprinted across, and when I was walking out, I stepped on it just a tiny bit. I was like, "What was that?" I quickly put my foot up. I was like, "What was that?" And then I saw I saw it scurry into the garage. I was trying to get it out of the garage, but, nah, without her noticing, of course. But nope, she definitely noticed, and she killed it right then and there. It tried to escape, but it went under a car, and she spent almost an hour under a vehicle before just because there was a chipmunk in the engine bay, um, which I understood there was definitely something under there, but when I opened the hood, it was just chilling there. It was just chilling on top of, the strut. It's just chilling there. I was like, "Oh, okay, great." But no, it didn't stay under there long. She killed it. Um, when I was trying to clean it up, or I put her inside, cleaned it up, and then let her out because she hadn't gone to the bathroom yet, right? That was the entire purpose of going out there. This was in the summertime, so I actually wanted to be out there too. Um, so again, I let her out, and then she turns a corner. It's fucking bolt, bro. She sprints, and I'm like, "Oh no!" And yeah, sure enough, she found another chipmunk and decimated that one too. I was like, "Okay, okay, that's enough for today." Luckily, that was all for the day. But yeah, I just think it was insane turn of events.